Today, another video. We got the Scout. Who remembers Scout? You visiting us, Scout, for how long? 2 weeks, maybe? A long time? You gonna forget who your family is? We are here with Netter. What we got in today, talking kind of a little bit about the market. So, I don't know, where does this conversation go with what we were talking about last time? I guess we can show you the aftermath of these Commander Legends, this little experiment of this is the final breakdown. If you've been watching some of the other videos that we've done with this big $10,000 purchase for Commander's Baldur's Gate, what it looks like broken down, we have calculated that 90% of the packaging material is waste. So if you can reduce it, at least by size, down by 90% of just down to Commander decks. That's how much waste is in Commander products. Weight though, weight is still about, I don't know, you're left with about 35 to 40% of the weight, so this is still going to be an expensive endeavor to ship off. But that's what it looks like if that just pans in with the different weights here. So it's like 7 of these boxes full of, I mean, I crushed a bunch of them, but I got lazy with others of just this, of the outer stuff and the inners. And then there's a whole thing of inners, and then we're left with what whole case of these, like, what do they even call these things? Like
they're life counters.
So if anyone wants one of these, just let me know. I'll throw them in their package because we have tons and tons and tons of them. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting with this. I was actually looking at Baldur's Gate prices. That's an interesting, like, right at 170 is what they're going for TCU players. So even selling these sealed, even after shipping and fees, still seems like a pretty decent profit margin on those. So I don't know if they're going to come crashing down with other stores buying them, which typically is what happens. But yeah, it's a weird market. So other things that I've been noticing is, like, I can't really figure in the last 2 years what's been a good investable product. We've just seen that there's been massive oversaturation of Magic the Gathering products to the point that when things start to go up in value, they kind of just taper off, and then the money starts getting moved into, like, all the products are being blown out. So I've seen a lot of lackluster increases in things like the Warhammer, or what were you looking at yesterday, Zach? Like Conspiracy's gone all the way down.
Yeah, Conspiracy. I was like 150 or 170.
Yeah,
like
but it's gone down like $100, but it's high. I've noticed that with like
a lot of them,
Hour Devastation. And so it looks like a lot of this money that used to be like people holding on to these products, they're entering back in the market, which is a horrible, horrible, horrible sign for Magic the Gathering, because one of the things that used to make it so appealing to people collecting it, because this is a collectible card game, was that it did at least go up over time. It's like, oh, who cares, we're going to spark money. In fact, I think it was a Saffronol tweet that he put. He was like, I used to always tell people if they're going to take a break from Magic, don't sell your cards, just hold on to them. When you come back, they'll be worth more money if you held on to them rather than you try to blow them out. And now he cannot give that advice to people, because maybe the best thing to do is sell your collection and then get back in when you decide to get back in, because of the oversaturation and overprinting of products. So something has to give with Wizard of the Coast. I think that we are really starting to see that with the 100. I think that's what's in here is a bunch of Infinity. I'll open it up here in a second. Infinity Collector's Boosters. And they're going for $137 after shipping and fees. Yeah, so it's like, what were these supposed to go for, like $185 for distributor price? So it's another collector's booster that was blown out. And I know that Wizard of the Coast is still making massive profit margins on these, so they don't really care. But eventually, if they're going to be wanting to sell products in the future, people are going to have to be able to feel like their purchase was justified. And what I'm seeing with my own sales data is people are waiting now 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 2 months after release to actually start picking things up. And I think that is actually, if you can have some impulse control, the right thing to do.
Yep.
So again, it's like a lot of these products that I think should start to be going up in value have not gone up in value. If this is just another Warhammer Collectors, that there still seems to be more of this crap out there.
You can only get 4.
Well, one of these.
I know, but originally it was only 4.
Oh yeah, and they've been slowly trickling back in, and then of course Infinity, which has just been horrible lackluster sales. I mean, they had their little Galaxy foil treatment there with them, so it's just Wizards has to do something. They have to. I sound like a broken record in every one of these videos, just saying caution, caution, caution with it. We're starting to see the major cracks in the foundation for Wizards of the Coast with their long-term collectability. I think harkening back to the Bank of America article, that this, unfortunately, Wizards of the Coast position themselves as a collectible. And when you do that, you have to respect the collectability. You're not a living card game. You're not a board game. You're not something else like that where you can just print to the demand of what people want to buy. There's a lot of of this industry was tied to the collectability of it. So I think when we get in here, got some cool stuff with Pokemon. Sewing up my first Pokemon Paldea, and got the Super Rod, a Dedenne EX,
You got the Super Rod
and an Iona in the same pack.
pack.
Yeah, these are in the same pack. Should have done it for a video, but we're having camera problems right now. Trying to figure out our camera to get working again. Then I'll start opening some products. Speaking of which, that's what we have to do with this too. One of the last things we're going to do as I step over the dog.
Hi, Buttons.
Oh, sorry. Oh, that wasn't your tail. That was just a ball.
What are you
Thought I
doing?
stepped on your tail, dude. Is we have like 800 packs of these collectors. What are these called? The booster samplers that we're going to open for a video once we get this camera fixed and going for that. But that's just part of that big, massive $10,000 purchase from Patreon. These are kind of cool too. These exclusive sidewinders with a
Jungle theme.
jungle theme. And
Why is it all 90s? What's wrong with you people?
yeah, early 90s, late 80s.
Yeah.
The style is coming back. Yeah, it's weird, interesting market. We're going to be heading into every year. Summers are very bearish. No matter since I've been doing this, there's been only a couple exceptions when summers have been hot market. Typically, summers have been really cold markets for Magic the Gathering. So I think this year we're really going to start seeing some blowout sales. Aftermath, I'm expecting like aftermath blowouts. I'm expecting more Infinity. I'm expecting more in stock boosters, sets, things like that as Wizard of the Coast start to try to free up inventory space of their warehouse space and whatnot. And that's where the smart money is going to go. I wouldn't be paying retail price. I wouldn't even be paying distributor price at this point for anything. I don't know how Lord of the Rings. Everyone is expecting Lord of the Rings just to absolutely break sales, but we've been pretty lukewarm about it, right? It's like it's 50-50 split. Like people are excited if they're Lord of the Rings fans, and then other people are like, I don't want
This is
anything to do
stupid.
with this.
Yeah, it's stupid.
So,
and it's going to be a modern set, which is just dumb.
Yeah. But I mean, it's more. If you look at this board, there's a lot of commander cards. Nothing's going to touch modern. It's like nothing on the power level for it. But there are some interesting commanders that have been printed, and all these people chasing the One Ring.
That's
But again,
so
what do
dumb.
they do after this? Like now they've done the one of one serial. So where are they going to go? That used to be foils. Then they did like specialty foils. Then they did, full arts. Then they they keep trying to push the envelope. Where can it go at this point? And it's. Yeah.
I mean, they can always do Kiss and put the blood of the artist in the poster.
You use the ink of there's
Oh my
you get
gosh.
DNA on the cards, so.
I don't even know anymore.
Will you let us look at your paw to see what you got stuck
You got
in it?
Elwie? You got Elwie Buttons? Where's
Not
Bruce?
bite me when I try to do it, you weirdo. But yeah, anyway, Pokemon though I think has actually done it right because they've leaned away from a lot of the specialty nonsense. It's still in their packs. That's how you get them. It's a clear. You get this specialty card by buying this.
Well, it's
I don't
so
know.
much easier for consumers. I buy one pack and that's it. You don't have
When's
to.
the temptation going to come for them though?
I get it. I mean, in marketing, you need like 3 different items, and then because they don't want to buy the middle one, but this one's exclusive, but it's not exclusive.
See, I'm not
It's-
the most happy about these products too, because you could just get overwhelmed with them. But I understand how these are big impulse buys. We're like a store. This is like a Walmart checkout stand impulse buy thing for people like, oh, and it looks bigger than it really is. They make like great little perfect packaging for birthday. But for stores, they're impossible to really ship off. So you have to really think of your local economy is the only way for these suckers. What I kind of do like about Pokemon though is at least they put packs in them. You can always they kind of price them based upon how many packs are in them. So I'm not sure which model I like more or less. I shouldn't say because both models I don't like.
I like Pokemon packs. I'm sorry. We don't need 3 different packs for Wizards. How nice would it be to sit down, do a draft, and open up something cool like it used to be?
Draft just doesn't seem like it's relevant anymore. And they need to go like if they want to keep draft boxes, I understand they're more expensive now to create. Then they probably should just be WPN exclusive.
Yeah.
And then they just, have enough to do pre-releases, drafts, and those type of events, and then just push people towards collectors and sets. However, speaking of the collectors thing, collectors set by set by set become less and less value because, now they're setting the bar of how much value is in the set based upon, what's in the contents of the collectors. And they used to have a lot of value with those foils, and now the foils are the same price as regular, so you're not getting
or
that.
less.
Yeah. That's still. What was we were looking up? The Shieldred. There was the foil Shieldred Phyrexian writing was the cheapest version for a while.
Yeah.
And it was that would then so the specialty of the specialty was the card that was not selling, and it's typically because people are still used to, okay, I'm going to go buy a card for my standard deck. Okay, the normal one's going to be the cheapest. So all those get purchased, and people don't even bother trying to look up foils. And you can't play them because they curl up and whatnot. But so now they're a liability. But anyway, yeah, we're kind of rambling with this video. I just want to kind of show a little update with this. This is almost done. I mean, it was kind of a cool project, but a lot of work.
Definitely was.
I don't know. We've never really ventured into the whole like major arbitrage. Of
Well, we really liked having cards available and holding on to stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, we sold stuff, but not really.
Well, we were a store for our local community. It was,
we wanted a place to play.
Place to play. It wasn't like neither Zach or I really thought of this as becoming like a big breadwinner. And it's just, to me though, I don't know what personality would actually like that. So people that really want to get into a store, I agree with one of the things that Rudy's been just hammering home in some of his videos, that a lot of people get into this business thinking, oh, it'll be a place I can play games. I can just do it. And it ends up being just so much work if you actually want to make it viable, because there are the grinders that then are going to take this into like an actual, like, you know, very fluid business model and know how to eke out the, you know, every little bit of penny from these type of stuff. And at that point, you know, you might as well just be working construction or something. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
You're clocking in 9 to 5, and it'd be a lot less work and a lot less of a headache. So I don't know how many people want to, you know, deal with this crap anymore. But
well, we'll see with Wizards.
Yeah,
we'll see what they do.
The WPN continues to get angry. They're increasing the prices of D&D books, and that just led to a massive like store owners just being absolutely like, I just saw the Wizards guy got just flamed. Well, that's what it was. They're like, hey, how about you just not sell on Amazon?
Yeah,
you know, type thing. It's like, so you're increasing it for us, and people are going to still get these prices for whatever Amazon decides to sell, because the market has been dictating what Amazon just like, okay, we're going to keep changing the price point until we get the amount of purchases that we want. That's how Amazon operates. It's like a price surrender. When you sell through like Walmart or Amazon, they get to dictate the price, and how they're going to do that is based upon, you know, what the market is paying. They're not going to worry about MSRPs. They're not going to worry about maps. They're not going to worry about all these other things. They're just going to try to, you know, push things out as quickly as possible, because that's Amazon's business model: sell, 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 sell.
So they didn't do 6th edition? Are they worried about becoming Target or something for D&D?
I don't know. I don't. I don't know if they've rolled back on their universes beyond D&D. No, they're still, I mean, whatever they used to call their quote-unquote 6, but I don't know anything about D&D, so I'm the wrong guy to talk about it. Anyway, this has been a long video. We'll cut this one off, and happy Memorial Day to everyone. Hope you have a nice holiday, and we'll get back to grinding out these videos. Thanks for watching.